So in this session, let us have a look on string handling functions. So in the previous session, we have seen what is meant by a string. So a string is a group of characters. So in order to store a character in a variable, we have to declare that variable as a character data type. But here the string is a group of characters, that means a collection of characters. So as we have discussed in the previous session, a group of same data type are called, a collection of group of same data type elements are called array. So a string can be implemented by using character arrays. So that means if you want to save a string into in a variable, we have to implement that string using character array. That means we have to declare one array with a character data type so that we can save a string into that particular array. And as we have discussed in the previous session, at the end of the string is a /0, that is null character. It is represented as /0. So /0. So this is not alphabet O, it is a 0, numerical 0. So this will be treated as a end of the string. And also we have seen different input and output functions to read the string and to print the string. So there are three input functions we have seen in the previous session, that is using scanf we can read the input, using getChar you can read the input, and using getS you can read the input string. And to display the output, we can use the printf statement, or we can use a putchar function, or we can use a putest function. So whatever it may be, the end of the string is denoted as /0. So in the reading the input string, after reading all the characters, so the last character will be implemented using /0. That means the /0 null character will be appended at the end of the string in the input function. And coming to the output function, the compiler will simply print every character until it reaches /0. That means either using the printf statement we can print the entire string, that means the entire line of text, or by using the putest function or a putchar function we can print the line of text. So whereas coming to the input functions, by using the scanf, the compiler will treat the space as a null character. So we can give the input until the compiler reaches the space, that means until the user types the space button. So whenever the user types the space button, automatically the compiler will treat it as an end of the string. Similarly, coming to the getChar and getS, so both functions the /n will be the end of the strings. That means the computer will read the input until the user press enter button. Enter is nothing but /n, the new line character. So until the user enters the /n, it will keep on taking the input as a string. That means a line of text can be given as input. Whereas coming to the scanf, only a single words can be given as input. So finally, the last element of a character array is a null character. So coming to this string handling functions, there are different string handling functions. In this session, let us have a look on a few string handling functions. One is the first and foremost thing is string length. Second one, string copy. Third one, string concatenation. Fourth one, string compare. Next, string reverse. lower to uppercase characters, upper to lowercase characters. So conversion of lower to uppercase and upper to lowercase. So mainly these are the different string handling functions, and we have a predefined function for every operation. So for all these operations we had a string handling function, that means predefined functions. So we need not write any logic or any code in the program. Just by using that predefined function we can implement this strlen or string copy, string concatenation, string comparison or string reverse and the remaining. So in this session let us have a look on all these predefined functions. So coming to this first string length, the name itself indicates this function is used to, so the function, predefined function is strlen, string length. So this function is used to get the length of the string, that means how many characters are there in the string. So this function will exclude the null character. So if our function, our string is having hello and the last character is null character, so the string length function will gives the answer as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 5. So it excludes this null character. It doesn't count the null character. It only counts all the characters. And coming to this string copy, the name itself indicates that here the function is strcpy. So the name itself indicates this is used to copy the content of one string into the another string. And the third one is concatenation. It is represented as strcat. That means user defined function for concatenation is strcat. So this is just like appending the content of one string to the another string. So at the end of the first string we will just write the data which is on the second string. So that's we call it as appending of strings, that is concatenation. And then string comparison. So for this the representation is strcmp, comparison. So it compares whether both the strings, the content of both strings are equal or unequal. And coming to the string reverse, it is strrev. The name itself indicates, so string reverse function is used to reverse the string, given string, reverse the content of given string. And lower to uppercase, str uppercase, so strupr. So this function is used to convert all the lowercase characters into uppercase characters. And similarly strlwr. So this function is used to convert all the uppercase letters to lowercase characters. So all these are the different string operations or string handling functions. So for every operation we can use these predefined functions. So as it is a predefined function, so in order to implement these predefined functions we have to include string.h. So we have to include the library file or a header file, that is string.h. So unless you include the string.h, these predefined functions will not work. So in order to implement all these functions we have to include the string.h header file in our program. So first of all let us see one by one the syntaxes and a simple example. So coming to the string length. String length, the name itself indicates it will return a length. That means the length means the number of characters in the given string. So the number of characters is an integer data type. So this string length will always returns an integer data type. So we have to assign this string length function to one variable, so that the length of the string will be assigned to that variable, particular variable. So this will return the integer data type excluding the null character. So returns integer and excludes the null character in the string. So here the null character is /0. Right? So we have to assign this predefined function to a particular variable. So the syntax will be, so some variable, integer variable is equal to string length of string. So we have to consider one string, that means a character array. So we have to pass that character array as an argument to this function. So it takes only one argument, that is string name. So this is string name. So it will count all the characters in that string name excluding the null character, and it will return to the variable. So if you write a program for this, see, finding the string length, that is strlen function. So main function, first declare a string, that is character. Let us take a name as a string, name of 20. So 20 characters. And now let us take the input. So that means I will use the getS function, getS of name, so that it will read the every character until the user press /n, that means enter button. And now also declare one more variable, int length, len length. So len is equal to strlen of, write the string name, and then printf length is equal to %d len. So if we declare this name as, see, so let us take one direct initialization. So let us take this one. So HELLO and /0. Then this will return the answer as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will return the answer. That means that the length of the string is 5. So before using this, we have to include string.h. And also we are using here printf function, so we have to use stdout.h, standard input and output.h. So that is common. And for implementing this string length function, we have to use this string.h header file. So this is all about string length. So now let us see the second thing, that is string copy. String copy. So here we will copy the content of one string to the another string. So the function is strcpy, and it will take some arguments. So the syntax for this string copy is strcpy destination string comma source string. destination string and source string. So here we are supposed to declare two strings, and we have to initialize one string, and we have to copy the content of one string to the second string. So in such case we have to write, so here this string copy function will take two arguments as inputs. So first one is destination string, that means to which string we have to copy the content of first string. So that we have to write the first, and the next the source string, that means which content should be moved to the or copied to the second string. So first we have to write the destination string, and the second one we have to write the source string. So this statement implies the content of source string is copied to the copied to the destination string. So for example, let us look at the example. Write down the main function, and then we have to declare two variables, two strings, and then we have to initialize only one string. Now I will declare character str1 of 20 is equal to hello, and character str2 of 20. So I have declared two strings. One is assigned to some string, so second one is an empty string. Now I will write, I have to copy the string, the content of string 1 to string 2. So strcpy, that is string copy, write the destination. So where we have to copy the string, so I have to copy the string from string 1 to string 2. So that is destination is string 2. So string 2 comma, so from where we have to copy the data, that is string 1. Now simply print the string 2 content. String 2 is equal to %s str2. So this is the best example, a simple example to understand this working of string copy. So it will take two arguments. One argument is a destination, and another argument is a source. Now let us move on to the next thing, that is string concatenation. String concatenation. So the predefined function is strcat. strcat. Here also, so the strcat is concatenating the content of one string to the content of another string. That means appending. So we have to add the content of second string at the end of the first string. So here, if the string 1 contains hello and string 2 contains welcome, so string concatenation will do, the welcome will be added at the end of string 1. So string 1 content will be having hello and welcome. So appending the content of second string at the end of the content of first string. So here also we have to take two arguments in the function. So that is also destination string and the source string. So here the destination string is, so where we have to append, in which string we have to append the content. And coming to the source string is which content is to be appended to the another string. Which content is to be appended. So destination string and source string. So the only thing is difference is the function name strcat. Here also we can have strcat. So here there is a difference, because in the previous thing, that means string copy, only one string is initialized and another string is just declared. But in this case, both the strings should be declared and initialized. And then we have to concatenate the one string at the end of the another string. So here let us initialize two strings, that is See, I have written here string 1, string 2. So first string was initialized to hello and second string was initialized to welcome, and now I have implemented the string concatenated function. The source string is string 1, so that the content of string 2 should be appended at the end of the content of string 1, and the source is string 2. That means which data should be appended. So here the data of string 2 is appended at the end of string 1. So if you print the string 1, so if you print the string 1, the output will be hello and welcome. So we are concatenating welcome at the end of hello. So that is the use of string concatenation function. So here also, in order to implement this string concatenation function, we have to include the string.h header file. And the next one, comparison. String comparison. So string comparison, CMP. The syntax is see, here also the name itself indicates it will compare the contents of one string with the content of another string. So for that purpose we have to give two strings as a inputs. So that means we have to declare two strings and also we have to initialize two strings, and then we have to perform the comparison function. So what it will result, what it will return, this function, what this function will return. So this function will return an integer value. So it will return integer value. So this integer value can be 0, positive or negative. So any value, it may return any value. It may be 0 or it may be positive or it may be negative. So if it returns 0, that implies the two strings are equal. The two strings are equal. If two strings are unequal, that means if any one of the character mismatches with the two strings, then it will return the difference of mismatched characters from two strings. So it will return the difference of So it will return the ASCII difference of mismatched characters from two strings. So first of all, it will compare each and every character from first string to the second string, and if it found the mismatch, then it will convert the character into ASCII values, and the difference of those ASCII values will be returned as an output. So if the mismatch ASCII value of first mismatch character is greater than the ASCII value of first mismatch character of second string, then it will return positive. So ASCII value of mismatch character of first string is greater than ASCII value of mismatch character of second string, then it will return positive value. And here also same, it will also return ASCII difference. It will also return the ASCII difference. So if the ASCII value of the mismatch character of first string is less than the ASCII value of mismatch character of second string, then it will return negative value. So finally this string comparison function will return either 0 or positive or a negative. So if it returns a 0, that implies the two strings are equal. If it returns either positive or a negative, that implies both strings are unequal. And it will returns the ASCII difference of mismatch characters of both the strings. So positive and negative depends upon the ASCII values of mismatch characters. So this is all about this string comparison function. Next, string reverse. String reverse function. So it will simply reverse the content of given string. So the predefined function is strrev function. So this string reverse function will take only one argument, that is a string name. So which content should be reversed? That string should be passed as a parameter for this function. So the syntax is str reverse of string name. So automatically the content will be reversed and it will be stored in the same string. So let us take that example, write the main function, then here only one string we are taking, so we have to declare and initialize only one string. So character string, let's take a simple thing, str of 20 is equal to, take the same input, hello. So I am taking the direct initialization. So in the programming we have to use the runtime initialization. So hello, and apply the string reverse function strrev of str. Now print the str, printf reverse is equal to %s str. So this program executes, that means implements the string reverse function. So it reverses the content of string and it will be saved in the same string. So the output of this function is OLLEH. It will print the content in the reverse order. So for that purpose we are using string reverse function. And here also, in order to implement this string reverse function, we have to use the string.h header file. Then the conversion of lowercase to uppercase, lower to uppercase. So for this purpose, we are using strupr. The function, predefined function is strupr. So let us take the syntax. So here also it will take only one argument as an input and it will find all the lowercase letters and it will convert all the lowercase characters into uppercase characters, and all this will be saved in the same string. strupr of string name. So all the lowercase letters will be converted into uppercase and the same will be saved in the same string. So if you write the program So we have to declare and initialize only one string. So character str of 20 is equal to hello, and then I will use this strupr of str. Then print the same string, printf uppercase is equal to %s str. So this function will convert all the lowercase characters into uppercase characters, and it will be saved in the same string. So the output of this program will be all the lowercase characters converted into uppercase characters. So for this also we are just using the predefined function. Similarly, uppercase characters to lowercase characters. Uppercase to lowercase. So strlwr, lower. So here also the same logic, LWR. Here also we will take only one string as an input, and here also all the uppercase characters will be converted into lowercase and it will be saved in the same string. So here let us take the initialization of uppercase characters, and we will apply the predefined function strlwr of str. And if you print the same string, lowercase is equal to %s, the output will be, so it will convert all the uppercase characters into lowercase characters. So this will be the output for this predefined function. So here also, in order to implement this predefined function, we have to include string.h header file. Hope you understood these string handling functions, and these are very few string handling functions. That means string operations or predefined functions. So there are many string handling functions, and for everything we have to, if the string handling function it is a predefined function, then definitely we have to use a string.h in the program. So unless you include the string.h header file in the program, you can't implement these predefined functions. So hope you understood these simple concept. This string handling functions. We have seen first of all we have seen the string length, so string copy, string concatenation, string comparison, string reverse, and then lower to upper and upper to lower. So for everything we have just used the predefined functions. We didn't write any logic. So these operations can be implemented without using the string handling functions. So we can find the length of the string without using the string length function. So we should not use the string length function. We have to write the logic. And comparison, string comparison. So without using this string comparison function, strcmp function, we have to compare two strings and we have to return the ASCII difference, or we have to return the output whether the strings are equal or strings are unequal. And similarly, for every operation, without using the string handling functions also we can implement the string operations. So we can perform the string copy without using strcpy. We can perform string concatenation without using strcat. So we can convert the lowercase characters to uppercase characters without using strupr. We can convert all the uppercase characters to lowercase characters without using strlwr. So we are just making use of these predefined functions which are presented, which are implemented in the header file, that is string.h. So hope you understood these string handling functions or string operations, these predefined functions. So let us stop here, and if you are having any doubts regarding this strings concept or any other doubt regarding this C language, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. So definitely I will try to clarify your doubts. And if you like my videos, share my videos with your friends, and do subscribe to my channel for more videos on the technical concepts. Thanks for the listening. Thank you very much.